Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to share some fun May-themed activities that you can do with your K through 2 students. Before I dive in, I do want to let you know last week I was unable to upload my 2 videos because I had completely lost my voice. I had a slight cough at the beginning of last week, and so while I was coughing, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give myself a little day of rest. And then I woke up the next day. I had subbed too, so I subbed, talked a lot. So we'll add that into it. But I woke up the next day and my voice was gone. I have never lost my voice like that ever. And now it's been like 5 days and still a little raspy, but mostly is fine. But anyway, I am telling you all this because I emailed all of those that are on my email list to let you know that I wouldn't be able to do the videos, and the amount of messages that I got back telling me to feel better and how you appreciate my videos and the work that I do was so overwhelming and heartwarming. So thank you very, very much to each and every one of you that reached out by email or even just thought of me for a quick second. I'm totally fine, but that was still very, very kind. All right, that being said, this is gonna be a quick video. We're gonna run through a few of my May favorite activities, and that'll be it. So if you're ready, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and let's go. All right, 2 big ones to kind of kick us off that I'm not gonna go into in this video, but I will link to down in the description, are all of May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And I think it was last year, or maybe the year before, I came out with a video sharing some of my favorite books to kind of highlight and celebrate that for the month. It looks like this right here, so I will link that down in the description, but those are some great picture books you can read throughout the month to celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander history. The second kind of big theme that teachers ask a lot about is Mother's Day. Now in May, many times teachers will have their students make a little Mother's Day craft or Mother's Day activity, and I already put together a video sharing some of my favorites for that. That video looks like this right here. I have some freebies over there, some great ideas, and some picture book read alouds that you might want to check out. So I will also link that down in the description. All right, now for some newer activities. The first week in May is actually National Postcard Week. Now I know this video is coming out on Thursday, so the first week of May will almost be over, but it doesn't really matter. You're teaching K through 2 students. Just tell them last week was National Postcard Week, so we're gonna learn something new. Now, at this point in the year, your kids have done a ton of writing, and I'm sure their progress is just like mind-blowing to you. I love looking at K through 2 writing samples from the beginning of the year to the end. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite things. But at the end of the year, I like to add in some kind of fun writing lessons for them to do. And writing a postcard is a great one, and it's an easy one that you can throw at a writing center. Now, this little theme is included in my May writing activities for my May writing mini lessons. And the book that I share is The Jolly Postman, which I shared this book in my Friendly Letters video as well, and other people's letters. Love this book. It is such a fun one, and it shows different types of letters that you can write to people. And one of them that the postman drops off, is it this one? No, let me find it. One of them right here is a postcard. And so this is a fun one just to show a little example of what a postcard looks like. They're short, they are sweet, they are, you know, sharing kind of where you are if you're traveling somewhere. But I also explained to my students that you can definitely write a postcard from home too and send it off to somebody. This one here says thinking of you, and it shows a few different scenes. And then on the back, it's written from Jack to, you know, the giant Mr. Big, and it's explaining to him just a little bit about how he misses him, what he's been up to, things like that. When teaching my students about what is included in a postcard, I like to use an anchor chart like this one. Again, this is included in my May monthly writing lessons. I show them how on the left-hand side, this is where you write your message. You write their address. Over on the right-hand side, it includes a stamp, and then the front of the postcard is just going to have a scene or a picture of where you are. And then I went ahead and included a bunch of little templates. Here is a blank one where students can draw their own scene, and then some more generic ones like a beach, the mountains, a city, and some sort of like Ferris wheel or park scenario if they wanted to write about somewhere that they recently went to. After teaching students, you know, what types of information usually go in a postcard and kind of how they're just short and sweet, I like to have them decorate their own little postcard there. They will cut off that front of the postcard and they'll actually glue it to the other side. so it looks like a real postcard. Then they can go ahead and actually write the name and the address of who they want to send it to and take it home. I like this lesson because not only is it timely with National Postcard Week, but again, it's pretty fast. It doesn't take too much to show students how to actually go ahead and write a postcard, especially because they're short. And then you can just throw those templates right into a writing center. And when they have free time, they can write their own postcards. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put that free blank postcard template down in the description for you to go ahead and grab. It is included in the May writing lessons, but I'll take out just this page and you guys can grab that for free in case you want to try this. Another fun tip is at the post office and at most, like Walgreens, CVS's, corner stores, you can grab a bunch of postcards for pretty cheap if you wanted to get real postcards and put them in your writing center as well, or just grab one for each child to take home and maybe write their own real postcard. All right, secondly, I wanted to talk about the end of the year. Now, I don't love talking about this being up here from Massachusetts because we don't end the year until mid to late June, but I know so many of you around the country end your year in May. So I will bring up that I love at the end of the year doing themed days. Now, I've talked about this before, and I have a bunch of end of the year videos with some free things, 1 and 2, for example. I'll link those in the description as well. But far and away, my favorite thing to do every year is during maybe the last full week of school, I like to have themed days. And what that means is the entire day will revolve around one theme. For example, one of the theme days I like to do is revolved around camping, and here is a picture of what some of the activities look like. So for every day, there's going to be a math activity. This one is an addition and comparing numbers activity. And also just to mention, this one is of course like a memory type game here, but also there's a print and play game that does not require any, printed cards or anything. So there's always like a more in-depth version and an easy print and play one too. But so down here is the little math game. There is always going to be a reading skill, and this one is for retelling and vocabulary. So it'll go along with the book, A Camping Spree with Mr. McGee. But then again, don't worry if you don't have the book. I also made a little passage that you can read to complete a retelling and vocab response sheet. There will be a different phonics skill that's kind of focused on each day. This one is long vowel teams. There will be some writing prompts, of course, and this one is going to focus on how-to writing. So some of the prompts are how to make s'mores, how to stay safe from bears, how to catch a fish, how to build a fire. There will always be a science or social studies activity. For this one, it's going to be a STEM activity to build a tent. And again, if you don't have those materials, there's also an idea to go on a nature walk. And then I always include a little craft and a snack. Now, if you can't do the snack, of course, don't worry about it, but I do give you an idea. So they can either make their own trail mix or they can do a little take-home s'mores. And you could just give those to students to take home. They don't have to necessarily eat them in class, or you can totally scrap that idea entirely. It's up to you. And then the craft for this one is a little fireside painting that they can make with their handprints. Basically, for each day's theme, I have all of those. So I'll have your whole day planned out with a reading activity, phonics activity, math, science, social studies, craft, and fun stuff. It just plans out your whole day for you, and you can just print and go. The different theme days that I already have planned are camping, friendship, sports, memories, the beach, and ice cream. And all of those are included in my countdown to summer unit. It looks like this over on TPT. I will link this down in the description as well, but I actually have the entire ice cream day. So there's 6 days total, but the entire day for ice cream, I do offer as a freebie. So I will go ahead and link that down in the description for you to check out. There's gonna be a lot of links in the description, but I'll make sure that they're easily labeled so you can find what you're looking for. All right, and last but not least, May 7th is actually a National Teacher Day, and that is a day to celebrate you, the teacher, but there are some fun things you can do in your classroom that your students might enjoy. In the past, I've told my students that it is National Teacher Day, but guess what? That means I'm going to take a break. And what I like to do is I like to use this as kind of a review day, and I will explain to students like a topic. Maybe I'll have like an activity on addition that we're going to complete, but I will say that I need some students to come up and teach the class about addition. So whether it's strategies that we've learned, whether we're doing double-digit addition, addition with 3 addends, you pick the skill that your students need some review on, and then ask students to come up and teach each lesson of the day. So again, this would be a complete review day, but in the past, my students have loved this. I usually have 2 students come up at a time. And so again, if we're sticking with addition here, they will come up and they will teach the class how to go ahead and complete the activity that we're going to do, how to actually, solve addition problems. I give them the teacher pointer up there. They're allowed to call on people. If you use like calling sticks in your classroom, let them do what you normally do. It's really funny to watch their little personalities. Another fun thing I love to have students do is go ahead and complete a little writing prompt sharing what they would do if they were the teacher. They can, come up with their own class rules and share something they would change if they were the teacher. I actually included a couple of these writing prompts in my May writing unit, and they look like this right here. Here, students can go ahead and share what their class rules would be if they were the teacher. And then I also have if I were the teacher prompts right here. And as always with my writing prompts for each month, they have differentiated versions. So here's one with a traceable prompt, and then they can like write another sentence. And then there's a couple with just different lines and without the traceable part. So yeah, having students be the teacher and share what they would do is a whole lot of fun, especially at the end of the year when they've gotten to see you teach for an entire year, and watching them teach others. Not only is it great for them, but it shows you just what you've taught them, how far they've come. It's a whole lot of fun. All right, so there are some of my favorite May activities that you can do with your students this month. Give this video a like if you liked these ideas. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and click that bell. That way you're notified of every new video. Like I mentioned earlier, all of the things I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description, so make sure you check those out. See you in the next one. Bye.